I made like $3 my sleep last night.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I made like 50
That's dope.
off it, and then I never made money on it again.
Really? You just gotta post consistent. That's what I noticed. If you don't post every day, that shit just drops
It's all
off.
anything in life is consistency,
Yeah,
consistency.
Every time I post it, it just becomes like a thing in the algorithm.
You. All right.
Well, how am I doing? Good?
Yeah.
Fucking, I gotta try to get these motherfuckers woke AF. What lamp is this? Wow.
You get ready, snap the shit, man.
Put it right here so you can see it. C4. My buddy owns one of those labs.
We're not giving them no play. All right. So, welcome to episode 2 of Project Mayhem. We had a guest. We had 2 guests.
2 guests, yes.
Guest canceled last night. Then I booked another guest, and then
2 skulls.
he canceled last minute flake. So it is what it is. So we're just gonna freestyle it. You know, and we got good views on the last podcast.
Yes,
so that's awesome.
The shorts especially definitely boosted.
Yeah, and it's like it's weird. Like now that we're figuring it out as we go along, we figure out what works, what hashtags work to make it get more views. And then I also notice there's certain times you post that get more views.
Yeah, it's a whole method to the madness with this stuff.
Right. So, I mean, we do have some guests that are confirmed. Our boy Wes is going to be here next week.
Wes is a good man.
Shout out to Wes.
Yes, what's up, Wes?
That's going to be a dope podcast. But I figured this one will mellow it out and really, like, we could tell our stories, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can do that. We can go into what's going on in the world with all this...
Right.
I mean, I don't watch the news. You watch the news, so you can give me, and I can just play off real time.
So, you know, when we were in the treatment center, they killed the supreme leader, the Ayatollah. That's what they call him. They call him the supreme leader. You know. But they killed the Ayatollah, and now there's a new one, right?
Yes.
And
there's always you cut the head off the snake. It just
right.
Comes right back.
Which is they're like Pope. They're holy leader.
Yeah.
Right. And he said there's you could actually see it online. There's a letter that he wrote or his office wrote, basically giving the United States 30 days to get out of the Middle East. If not, they're going to start to use unconventional types of warfare.
I call BS.
No, because the sleeper agents here in the country, and there was an attack in Austin, Texas.
Something happened in Manhattan. My cousin.
Yeah, something happened in Manhattan. Then I think there was something else in California. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of sleeper agents here from all those from Iran that could be activated at any time, just like Russia. You know what I mean?
Well, but see, my theory on all this, like there was, excuse me, a lot of things that happened in the past with nuclear weapons and UFOs, shutting them down.
Well, that happens at test sites, like nuclear test sites and stuff.
So I don't think they would ever let's just talk about red pill moment. Just talk about that, right? Look at what happened in the past. Do you think? Because I think they have vested interest in this planet. Right. Yeah, I mean, and also the powers that be, they don't care about. I mean, they're all together in this. The elite. Mm-hmm. So if America would get destroyed, just say. Hypothetically, that would mess up the money flow, and money's everything to them. Mm-hmm. So it's all scare tactics. That's what I think. I don't think there would ever be a nuclear because that would.
Well, I don't think it would get that far. But I the fact that we're even in this war is retarded.
War equals money.
It's due to Bibi Netanyahu, that Israeli head, the head of Israel, and he's got his. He funds a lot of our senators, our presidents through this lobby called AIPAC, right?
Okay.
Now, AIPAC had a name before, and this was the time JFK was around, right? And he wanted them to register as a foreign lobby, right? So what happened is JFK died. They changed their name from what it was to AIPAC. Right, okay. So now there's like Senator Ted Cruz, he's one of them. The Bible says we have to protect Israel, but the Israel that was created in 1947 isn't the Israel from the Bible.
No.
You know what I mean? And ever since then, it's kind of been, I think World War II. I mean, the Twin Towers had something to do with Israel. because like, you know, there's actually there was a rabbi that's high up there that says, you know, if I were them, I would just bomb our own city and blame it on Iran just so America could go into
Well,
war
I
with
heard
Iran.
it is the Israel security team that took over before the Twin Towers went down.
Mossad.
Yeah, so, because, you know, what I think, it got detonated. So, it takes weeks to set that up.
Listen, bro. If you go right now on YouTube and you watch the video of those towers,
You
right?
see the boom, 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 boom.
It's like a controlled demolition.
Yes, and then all 4 pillars are cut like this,
Oh,
angling,
bro.
facing in.
Speaking of, have you ever seen the video of these college kids, right? And they're in their dorm room, right? And the dude's making a video, and he's like, and they're day drinking. They're like, "Mom, school was canceled today." And then they pan left, and they see the fucking Twin Towers on fire, right? I
No, I've never seen this. No, I've
I
never
gotta
seen it.
show you
Never
this
seen
later,
it.
bro. This is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, like the BBC saying Building 7 fell, and then right behind the girl
yeah.
is Building 7
Right,
there.
right. They did it too early.
The script is special. The script is, that's what you always got to check out. The first news clips
Right.
are never on point.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a script. It's, human error. But with AI now, watch, they're going to really... Listen, I heard the first false flag was really Titanic. Like, I heard it was a bomb. Because you remember, the people that could have stopped the Federal Reserve were on the Titanic.
Oh, bro.
And as soon as that went-
everybody was
Yep.
on that ship.
Everybody who needed to be put away
Mhm.
off the pasture were on that ship.
Yeah.
And you tell me you didn't see that huge iceberg? Come on now.
Kind of wild.
But we had no, technology, no computers, no phones back then. So
Well,
you could get away
dude,
with just saying whatever it is, it
Right.
is.
Well, technology's come such a freaking far way.
This
man.
AI stuff's bugging me out, bro.
And there's stuff that we don't even know about, man. I was reading something that like Facebook, Facebook took over the CIA database.
Oh, dude,
Where-
they always been
where it
like
gets so
we were
much
sitting in the lobby,
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about Project Mayhem. Boom, right up pops up my phone. Project Mayhem.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I was sitting on my couch in my new place, and it's like one of those memory foam ones that you gotta,
Right.
that like pops up. You like rip it out of the vacuum seals, and I'm sitting there. I'm not even talking about it. I'm just thinking about it. I'm looking at my phone. All of a sudden, on Facebook, the ad pops up. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
bro,
crazy.
I wasn't even talking.
Well, there's a
about
setting.
it.
There's a setting you could turn off on your phone that it doesn't listen to you because, like, if you're talking about cat
don't-
litter all day, you're gonna start to see ads for cat litter.
But also,
you
like
know?
the new iPhone 16.
Oh, it's always listening.
Dude, you can't even turn the screen off full away. Like, you can know how, like, with the old phones, you can turn the screen black? It's never black. Like,
Oh, bro, even if your phone is dead, you can still use it for Apple Pay.
yes, I know the government's
You
definitely
know?
tracking. They're recording everything at all times.
And I feel like there's certain contracts that these companies get, right? That they give a certain amount of technology to use, right? Because if the government was trying to get information from us, nobody would give it. But if
No.
we buy a phone
yes.
and we use it on our own free will, they get the information anyway.
Yeah,
and
I
they just
know
put somebody
guys-
else's head at the top of it.
Like, there's a will's a way. Like, so when I was selling drugs, there was the guys I was dealing with, maybe affiliated with certain cartels. They actually have a computer guy that actually takes off all the tracking and all your stuff off your phone. They like jailbreak your iPhone. But now, is that totally jailbroken? I don't know.
Have you ever taken a look? Have you ever looked into the dark web at all?
I never got to look with my own eyes. Like, I seen videos on it. I know people that was going to the dark web to purchase certain products.
Yeah, you could do stuff like that, but they got something called the Red Room, right?
I've heard of the Red
Okay,
Room, but
so
give me a little memory
What the Red
jolt.
Room is you got to use some type of crypto to buy your entrance into it,
Okay.
right? And then, so let's say there's a video and you see a guy and he's strapped up like this,
Oh, I see where you're
hanging,
going.
right? And then one person says, give him a paper cut.
Yeah. Okay, I heard
Paper
of this.
cut.
Yes.
The other person says, stab him in the jugular.
Yep.
He gets stabbed in the jugular live. And that's crazy. I mean, the internet does block out of a lot of things for a reason. I mean, even YouTube with all these algorithms, you talk about Jeffrey, they don't
Yep.
want to hear about Jeffrey.
No.
You know what I mean? But if you're talking about Iron Man,
Yeah.
promote Iron Man.
Yes. I mean, look.
I mean, yeah, we have the we have the proof, which is crazy,
Once we seen the analytics, I'm like, oh, it's funny about UFOs or certain topics get way less views, and then we're talking about more positive things, which I understand to a certain extent. But shoots through the roof.
Well, one thing about this podcast that we are going to do is we're going to keep a sense of recovery based with it.
Yes,
right?
of course. That's our main objective here.
Between speakers, and if it's not recovery, it's going to be some type of positive change.
Yeah.
Right? Because change is one of the hardest things to do in life. You know what I mean? I'm big on acronyms. I always say change is choosing honesty allows new growth every day. Right? So, like, when you're honest about things, you're able to change things, and which is a constant thing, right? Because there's never a we arrive moment, right?
No, it's always, you're always working, like I was saying, even if you stop, you put down the drugs or the drink, you still got to change your character defects, which for me, anger is one of my main. I must have flipped out like 4 times this week. I almost destroyed everybody in Walmart because they weren't taking a return from me. I just was gonna ring somebody's neck.
Actually, the video that you posted last night that you thought wasn't too good, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I was having a moment.
I thought it was great.
I was talking to my sponsor. He's just, I talked to him for like an hour. I bugged out. You know what I mean? Like, it was that, and I was arguing with my girl over nothing, which wasn't even her fault. It was more my fault because I was just being crazy and just, like, I'm more emotional and more revved up sober than I ever am when I was high. High, I'm like docile. I'm like, here.
Toned out.
Sober, I'm like here. But I got to get to here.
Well, that's what they say. When men get sober or, clean or whatever, we're more emotional than women. You would think it would be women.
Remember Pause, Brendan?
Yes. So I mean, it's definitely something to take a look at, and which is cool when you learn about those things. You could almost reframe your brain and become aware of it, so you don't pop out the bushes on yourself.
Yes, like it was cool. Even last night, I've started getting like that. I left my girl's house, went to the gym, and then went to the meeting. Mm-hmm. Met a couple people that were in the same place we were at, and then by the time I got through that, it was just like, all right. I got home, me and you were chatting about today, and then my mind was at ease. Like, I got to keep my day stacked.
Right.
If I sit around with those idle hands, I'm playing the devil's playground.
That's what they say. Idle time is the devil's workshop.
Yes, I just did my own little twist to it.
I like it, though. I mean, it's such a true statement, and, I hope what we're going to try, I'm trying to get some sponsors for us, right? We do have somebody send in some clothes.
Yes, we're going to start wearing, what was the company's name again?
I'm going to look it up right now. But yeah.
We also got Sports Plaza.
Sports Plaza, shout out to
Bad
Sports
Jog.
Plaza again. Shout out to Script Keeper for sharing our story, and he wants to be on.
Yeah, appreciate that. Anybody who gives us support, we appreciate it. And you know what? Woke AF.
He's down in Florida. All right, so it's called on Instagram, it's called Only Banging Knowledge Incorporated.
Yes, that's a good name. I like that.
And
different.
And dude got a wild story. He's from Philadelphia.
He has some cool stuff, man. I was checking out his stuff this morning.
He said he would be on. He, he told me that he was, addicted to opiates. Didn't even know,
Dude, that best story. Quick little sidebar, right? So now I had spinal surgery in 2002. I think I was in 10th grade in high school. Yeah. So what happened was, I was playing football, and you have to do an Ironman contest, how much you can bench,
right.
Deadlift, and squat. So I'm squatting, and all of a sudden, kind of like collapsed. And I just thought, doing too much weight. And I always had back problems. I always did like wrestling and football, and, I was always active. And all of a sudden, I go to Huntington Hospital.
Okay.
And we get an X-ray, and they come back, and it's like a massive like tumor like this on my L4 and my L5. They tell me, and then I go through all these tests. Now this is why I got to go to multiple doctors. The first 2 doctors thought it was cancer.
Okay.
Right now I'm only sophomore in high school, 15 years old, not even right. I get hit with this, and I guess I didn't realize, in my head I'm like, oh, pain meds. Yeah, I mean, because I was in a lot of pain. Like I'm not gonna lie, the pain, 100%. And also when you're getting pain meds, you're in a lot of pain, you don't feel it. So then the first operation, they were going to cut me open from the front and back, remove my organs, take L4 and L5, remove it completely, and fuse the rest, which would have left me like this.
Right.
I would have been disability forever. The third guy, Dr. O'Leary, out of Lenox Hill, NYU.
Shout out to Dr. O'Leary.
Dr. O'Leary. I never forgot this guy's name, swear to God. Never forgot his name. And what's it called? So he's like, no, it's some bone aneurysm tumor. I forget. It was like, they did a whole paper on him. It's something I've never seen before.
Okay.
And what they did was they took bone from my hip, bone graft, and basically packed it in because they want to use cadaver. It was like a 14-hour surgery. So like, you can't just put hardware or cadaver bone because if your body rejects it to go back to that surgery. Man, I was laid up for weeks, and then that's when they started with the 80 milligram oxys. That didn't feel that. The Lord and Drip didn't feel that. It was the fentanyl shots they gave to me intramuscular every 3 hours. And that I remember to this day. So when I got, fast forward a year later, done with all that, go to a pain management doctor. Just following protocol, not even trying. He prescribes me 240 Ps.
Okay.
And I go to CVS to flat out copay. So anyway, I'm eating, I was only eating at night. I go out to the bar, hang out with the boys, play beer pong, flip cup, all those fun things you do when you're, in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And fast forward down the timeline, you get up to 20, 30, 40. When you have unlimited supply, then I'm hitting different doctors, and then you know how that story goes. So we're sitting there, and I remember just stopping one day.
And
so
this is back in the day before they tracked it.
Yes, way before.
So you
we're
got
talking
a
about
script.
the early 2000s.
You got a script. You could pay. You could run it through
So
insurance.
you run
here, pay
insurance
it
and
here.
then pay with cash everywhere else.
Right.
And this is I remember just stopping, feeling sick at work, being like, "What the hell is going on? I'm getting sick. I thought I had the flu." And then I had to go make, go see somebody at Fridays right off 110, and he's like, "Yo, bring a couple extra." For him, and I was like, "What do you need so many for?" He's like, "Just come meet me." So I meet him. We're having a drink, and he's like, "Yo, take a couple." I'm like, "Bro, I'm good. I feel like crap right now." He's like, so I take it. We're sitting there. It takes a little bit to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
We go outside for a cigarette, and it just hits me. I feel good. I'm like, "Oh my God." He's like, "Bro, you got the WDs." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "How?" I'm like, "I thought that was from, junkies doing, IV stuff."
Right.
I didn't think that was from painkillers. The doctors never said that.
They don't tell you that.
They don't tell you that. That's what started this epidemic. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I had no idea, bro. No idea. I just thought it was from doing H. You know what I mean? I never thought it was from, I said pharmacy. It's all legal. Like, you know what I mean? If you get it the right way. I never thought as a, young man
Well,
that
that's
was
the
the
problem,
consequences.
right? Is that these doctors give these scripts, right, and then they stop giving a script, and then you're still sick, right?
Yes.
And then you resort to go buying it from the street, but then you find out there's H that's cheaper, right?
Yeah.
So then you start doing that, and then look at where we are now.
Yeah, you just start graduating, I call it. You graduate. You know what I mean? Or I decide to
Well, that's why they say the disease of addiction is progressive, and
yes.
incurable and fatal.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You always pick up where you leave off, and it comes back quick.
Yeah.
And especially, I'm not in my 20s no more, bro. I mean, I used to be able to go out and drink and do blow all night,
Yep.
and then I could sleep for a couple hours and be ready. Now my body's like, bro,
No,
what are you doing?
Like I tell everybody this. We all have, because people are like, why can't you just stop?
Sounds good.
It sounds good. Sounds good in theory. I wish I could. And I do have friends
Matter of fact, there was somebody that posted.
I saw that. I know. That's what I'm getting to.
That said, why don't you guys just stop?
I just want to smack. But anyway, so like I say, we have like a black card, right? Partying bullshit card, as I call it, right? This is how I explain it to people that don't know. And I'm like, you guys all have that card. I had boys that stopped, got families, got older, and quit.
Right.
That card for me is maxed out. It's shredded. I can't do that no more. I can't just do
Right.
weekend warrior stuff. I don't have that inside me. I just go to the extreme. Everything is extreme. You know what I mean? I can't just have one. One is not enough.
One is too many, 1,000.
Yeah, I knew I was going to mess that up.
Butchered it.
Butchered it.
That clip was great.
Gary
bro.
called me. I was in the gym. He's like, brother, you did the thing. I was like, what is he talking about? I'm like, oh, he saw the clip.
Oh, he used to not be able to look at you.
I used to hit him in the meeting like this, waiting. He'd be like, no, brother, no. And I call it the fairy dust. That's when people won't shut up. And you hit them with the...
What was funny was the day you were sitting up in the government.
I was secretary.
And then Krispy Kreme in the back was talking, right?
Yeah, yep.
And you said, I forgot what you said. You said,
I said, yo, tell the hype crew to die
enough
out.
with the hype man.
Yep, I hit him with the...
That had me dying, bro. You're a funny dude, bro.
Listen, I always say either you laugh when you're crying. I'd rather be laughing than crying.
100%. Laugh now, cry later, right?
There you go. I hate people that get that tattoo, by the way. It's the corniest thing. Just don't ever get that tattoo. It's that'll the loyalty.
Bro,
Ugh.
if you got loyalty, had it on your
Or respect.
9
It's like,
times
bro.
out of 10, you're not loyal. And you're
Yeah,
not
I mean, I got
respectful.
anarchy, but that's from Sons Anarchy. That wasn't because
I
believe...
liked when I did the ChatGPT
Oh
of
yeah,
Anarchy.
yeah, Sons of Anarchy. That's a great
Anarchy.
show. I think they're gonna bring it back. Hopefully, like not a prequel. They're gonna do like a
Aftermath.
Aftermath. They're supposed to like Jax's sons
how did
are
it
growing
end?
up.
It was Jax riding on
Riding on the
like
bike, but
this.
he went like this, and then they didn't show what happened. You just see the blood. So supposedly, what I heard was it's supposed to be his sons are older, and then they're bringing back Charlie Human, and he's supposed to play their cousin that runs one of the clubs. I don't know who's going to be in it. I don't know if it's even going to take place.
Ron Perlman did his thing in that. The guy
You know,
who played
he
Ed-
couldn't ride a bike for anything.
Really?
He's the only one. Like, dude, all of them rode bikes, and you know what I mean. That guy, Happy, I think he was HA.
You know,
what
there's
I mean?
a lot of. I mean, I saw an interview with him where he would go around bikers, you know, and somebody else that's a big biker is the Undertaker. You know,
Yes,
from
yes,
wrestling. Like
Undertaker.
He did stories I've seen that like actual like Hell's Angels were like
No.
at a bar fight
Yes,
and they
yeah.
helped
Well,
him out.
even Hulk Hogan, I think his brother was in the Angels or something. I don't know. Rest in peace, Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan.
rest in peace to Hulk Hogan.
But let me ask you a question. Did you watch wrestling growing up?
100%.
Okay, I was the biggest. Like, that's what got me
100%.
into the gym and working out was wrestling. I remember seeing the Ultimate Warrior and just his physique. I mean, he sucked at wrestling. Like, I was more of a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels guy.
So was what's his name?
Kurt Angle was amazing.
Kurt Angle was great. Shout out to Kurt Angle.
Shout out to Kurt Angle. Good man. Also part of the program.
Yeah, man. You know, we're gonna hopefully, you know, as long as we stay clean.
Yeah,
he
man.
Said, he said he'll eventually be.
Listen,
one of
this
our guests.
program's all about giving back. And yeah, if we ever made it big, I would give back to the next man.
You know, and then Long Island. Mick Foley's from Long Island.
Dude, I seen him. Dude, one day I'm at the gym, Gold's Gym, Smithtown. Shout out to them. Good place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, he's a lot bigger in person. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't look, because, you know, a lot of these wrestlers, especially back then, were huge. They were giant.
Oh yeah, like Scott Steiner.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know,
Jack, Big
yeah.
Papa Pump.
Oh, forget about it. So, like, I seen him. I'm like, yo, I guess he was going to a Santa Claus thing. He's big with Santa McFoley.
Okay.
And I'm like, who the And then all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, who is that guy? He's like, yo, it's Mick Foley. And then he turned around. I'm like, oh, man. But I didn't want to go bother him. Be like, yo, what's up? But I'm the hugest wrestling mark.
Do you remember that Royal Rumble he was in that he came out?
Yes,
as
this
Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love. Bro.
Yes, that was great. I was that was the best era, the Attitude Era.
I like that.
I remember
like,
showing my son.
the
he
Rock
got,
and Sock connection.
Yes. I also like the, you know, like, I like the 80s, late 80s, 90s. I like the whole Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and then you got Diesel, and then you WCW had Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and then they went to NWO.
And then X-Pac.
Live.
X-Pac was an NWO member and the Generation X.
Was, and then Rick Rude was on both shows at the same time because WWE was, or WWF back then, was taped, right? And then he went on WCW Live. That's when you didn't know who was going to pop up where.
Yeah, that was
It
dope.
was
You
awesome.
remember that episode that the Generation X went to the WCW headquarters live?
Yes, yes.
And that was the first time that two networks
No, they didn't. WCW let them in. They were banging on the door.
Right, but they showed, so it
Yes.
was like I
Well,
think
if
it was
they always talked about if they would have opened the gate and had because it was Road Dogg was knocking. He was like, because his brothers worked there at the time. So he was like, let my brothers go. And then dude, they didn't know. I guess Kevin Nash talks about it on interviews. And he was like, yeah, we were trying to they wouldn't open the door.
Road Dogg was the.
He just actually quit WWF.
You didn't know?
He just actually quit. He was a producer. I saw it.
I know. I saw Triple H was talking very down to him and
Ah,
whatnot.
dude.
On Unreal, the show.
Yes, Unreal. Yes. Like I watch a lot of podcasts. James Romero, he has a good one. He does one with Stevie Richards show, and one with Dutch Mantel.
Is one of them the one that does the Macho Man Randy Savage voice?
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Macho Man.
He kills it, bro. Macho Man did some of the best promos, bro.
He would do this. And,
Yeah.
Oh, I remember being in Seafield when he died, in 2010, I think it was.
Okay.
And I remember just being like, oh, goddamn.
Oh, bro, he put out a rap song
I
against
know.
Hulk Hogan.
I know, dude. He had that was such a different time.
Yeah, man.
I miss the 90s, 2000s. I missed before we had these stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember,
But it's also being kids.
It was a quick sidebar, right? Me and my boy Martin, shout out to him. We were, it was one of the second movie. I had a blunt, he had some green, and we're going to meet at the high school, right? John Glenn High School. And, he lives on the other side of town, in Greenlawn. I was living in East Northport. So we had to meet in the middle. It was kind of in the middle. It's a hot summer day, walking, right? I get there, I'm like, where the hell is this kid? Sitting there, and I'm waiting, looking around. I'm like, okay, I guess, something must have happened. Walk all the way back. we call each other.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. Where were you? I was there. We were just on two different ends. Like he would say, like I was by the middle school, he was by the high school. We had to call him like me at the flagpole. And dude, that turned just to smoke. A little greenery took like 4 hour, 5 hour excursion.
Wow.
I remember going to the handball course. You meet up with some people there. Then okay, we'll meet us at this place. Boom. Then it's always a house party across town over here.
Yo, bro, I remember
it was so much fun back then.
the first time I smoked bud. I
Yep.
was with my boy Dimitri. Shout out to you, Meech. And we were smoking. There was an alley next to Saxton Middle School, right? And I remember poking him in the stomach, and I went boom. And I laughed for like 2 hours off of that, bro. It was like 3 o'clock. Next thing you know, it was 5, and I was just laughing for hours. But I'll tell you one thing: the weed back then is not like the weed today.
No. Last time I did it, I was like, I remember driving. And I used to be able to, rip and run and drive, run around, do what I gotta do. And I remember it was like my birthday, and I was just like, I couldn't even like.
You get stuck almost.
Dude, I remember just eating in my room, just shut the door, just watching movies, and I was like, I couldn't like function. I was like, this is not fun.
Or you get paranoid a little bit.
Yeah, like no, this is just because everything's all with chemicals and dosed and
then they put terpenes in it.
Yeah, it's just not what it was. Remember BCs and regs and all that
Bro,
back
there
then?
was regs, there was dro,
Yep.
hydro, then you had haze.
I remember getting this blueberry haze. It came
Oh,
in a
that
jar.
one was
Dude, we
up
were
back in
smoking
the
this
day.
thing. It would burn like the tip of ET's finger. It'd be like a bright yellow. And we would just be like, what? And like, but now everything's like, oh, blueberry haze, kush, push, this,
Yeah,
beep,
yeah.
bop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
It's like everything has a stupid name.
Or a
Everything's a
flavor.
gimmick now. Everything's a
It's-
gimmick.
It's all a gimmick, bro. And it's so much stronger when there's no reason for it. Bro.
Everything gives me agita now. Just thinking about it. Like, just being clean and sober, I know it sounds cliche. It may sound corny to certain people, but just you know what? I did so much partying, so much running around, so much fighting. Like, even just the fight. Like, I just think about it now. Like, oh my God, how many times I could almost accidentally, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, I don't even know what I was fighting about.
Bro, there's like, I just realized God has always been on my side,
Yes.
bro. So like, listen, I found this out after the podcast yesterday, right?
Oh.
So there was a dude I was hanging out with a lot before I went to treatment,
Okay.
right? And while I was in treatment, maybe around the 26th, 27th,
Okay.
28th of February, right? A few days before I got out, his house got raided.
Oh, I think I remember. Yeah,
And he got hit with the
Oh, is that what you sent me?
load,
Oh, it was like,
right?
I was like,
And-
homeboy got smoked. His boots got smoked.
And then I realized at that moment, like, yo, God saves me, bro. Because I probably would have been with him. I probably would have had something on me. You know what I mean? And then I just, God saves me from all those situations, bro. I remember last time when I went up to Willard, right? There was these people I was hanging out with too. I would have been in that car. The car gets in an accident.
Yeah.
People die. You know what I mean? So, like, every time that I think, like, oh, look at me in jail again.
Yep. Oh, God, just that feeling, that bologna sandwiches.
You know
just
what I
sitting there.
mean?
Dude, I remember I had these clothes last time I got locked up. And it must have been like in a bag somewhere. I opened it, had that stench. You know, that locked up, that jail stink. Like, it's like an odor. Dude, it's like, being on that bus and you can't go to the bathroom and you're holding it in. And you're just sitting there and you're cuffed up and you just can't go nowhere.
Especially if you're, like, on your way upstate and you put that black box
The
on.
black box, you're like this, you're trying to eat like, you know what I mean? It's just, you
And
feel
that
like
was-
you're an animal.
And
You're a
that
caged
was,
animal.
and that was invented by an inmate.
I
too.
heard about that. Yeah, because people were popping the cuffs and getting out, and it's too much. Listen,
This is a better way of life. You don't gotta look over your back, right? You don't gotta wake up sick. You don't gotta worry about where you can get
sickness is the worst.
None of that
worst.
stuff, bro.
Bro, I always used to think about this. Like, I would always have, like, a stash reserve. But I'm like, if there was ever an apocalypse or a zombie, whatever, like, I'd be screwed. I wouldn't be able to, like, I would have to go raid the pharmacy. Well, I mean, like
everybody else.
Like, how am I
every
supposed to
other-
take care of my loved ones if I can barely get out of bed?
Right.
Like, that's no way to live life. And even, like, the spiritual side. Like, I was talking to my sponsor, he was talking about, like, the higher power is something greater than yourself, right? And, I didn't believe that growing up. I remember being there at the Catholic school and just being like, what are they talking about? But you know what?
Did you have nuns? Were there nuns teaching you? Or were
No,
there teachers?
no. It wasn't like that. You had to dress up with a little tie and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started having, like, I remember, I'm in a story at my grandparents' apartment, God rest their souls. And I was in the back room, and we just ate. It was like, I forget, somebody's birthday. I can't remember who.
Right.
And I remember laying on the bed. It was like my aunt's old room or something. And I remember laying there, and the bed kind of shook. It's Queens, there's planes, trains, in Astoria, there's a lot of things going on. Buildings shake, whatever. And then I lay back down, and it shakes a little more. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And I stood up, and in my head, I'm like, if there's anything in this room, it'll do it again. Like, all right. You know what I mean? And I lay back down, bro. That bed shook. I get up, I beeline it out, I walk in right down the hallway into the kitchen. My aunt's lighting the candles for whoever's birthday it was. Also, all the candles go out. I look at my grandmother, I'm like, what was that? She was like, it was your great-grandma. Were you doing something bad? Now, backtrack to the story, I wasn't doing something bad. I was making a couple deals, set up back when I head back to Long Island, and she was like, it was your great-grandmother, and just walked away. I was like, whew. So, like, I had so many spiritual encounters. Moments where I'm like, there's something greater. Do I believe in organized religion?
They call them God wings, right?
Yes.
I mean, regardless of the fact whether organized religion is a good set of rules for people to live.
Like I said, if it works for you, cool. I'm not hating on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not hating on it. I pray a bunch of times during the day. Like, my praying is not like getting on my knees like this. I'll be in my head. I'll be driving.
That's all it is. Bro.
Pray for my loved ones, my girl, my kids,
It was
everybody.
actually KRS-One that was talking about it, the rapper KRS-One. And he was talking about, say to yourself, I am love, to yourself, right?
Yes.
And if you say it to yourself without talking, you're going to hear yourself say it, right?
Yeah.
You don't hear yourself with these ears.
Yeah.
You don't speak with this mouth.
Yeah.
But you hear it. He's like, that is God.
Yes.
Like
I don't...
Like us, what we breathe in.
Yes, like being in the ocean,
That's
being in
God.
the nature. But, like, I don't believe, like, in, like, some guy with a beard is looking down on us. Like, especially, I'm real deep with the UFOs and extra. Like, if you think it's us in this universe, by ourselves, you're out of your mind.
Listen, one of our chromosomes there's something called telomere caps on the sides of them.
Okay.
Right, so it's a genetic mutation, and scientists prove this. Now, in order for it to be a natural mutation, humanity hasn't been around long enough. Now, what these telomere caps do is they age us.
Okay.
Right, so you read the Bible, they live to 800, 900, and whatnot. Right, so the theory of that, right, and this is just a theory, is that once again the Anunnaki made a couple different versions of humans. Right?
Yes.
And then they got this version that was right, which is us.
I know our genetics been played with over time.
Right. So that's what's crazy is that science shows that there's a genetic mutation within our chromosome. I think it's the 17th chromosome. And it shows that it was played with, and science has admitted that there's a mutation there, but also admits that humanity hasn't been around long enough for that mutation to exist. So it's like, where does it come from? Back again, like I said last week, with the gold thing. You know what I mean? Why, since the beginning of time, have we said gold matters? And then you couple that with this mutation and with the Anunnaki theory.
Yep.
Is that they made us to be slaves for them, right? To mine for gold, which they needed for their atmosphere. Right?
Yes.
So that would make sense as to why,
There's a lot of, I believe, like, okay, I know this, I used to do this, and I was taught this, right? How to make somebody basically light as a feather. So what you do is, we did it inside of LSER. We did it in front of a couple of people. So what you do is you get 4 people, and then we did it on, you have to put somebody on a plastic chair on the grass.
We might have to make a short of that.
We got to do a short of that. That'd be awesome. And people are not going to believe it, but I don't care. So what you do is you put right hand like this, and then you go left hand like this. Don't touch, right above somebody's head. Remember you used to get the static electricity?
So that's called, they have a practice for that. They call it Reiki.
Yeah, well, my ex-wife does Reiki. She's big with that. And you do feel something. So anyway, when you do that, and then everybody pulls away. So you go right hand, left hand. It's 4 people, right? Pull away. Do not touch each other. And you can see when I'm above somebody's head, the hair will touch my hand. Right. From the static electricity I'm building up. So you use an energy, and you take 2 fingers like this, right? Put them together. You go under armpit, knee. Usually I do it with like the biggest guy I could find. We did like this 300-pound guy last time. And you could feel just like this. Up in the air, because I do a demonstration.
2 fingers.
2 fingers, and now we do a demonstration before and try to lift it. How hard it is going to both knees and both armpits.
2 fingers.
2 fingers. People think, and then try it. So then we do it. I had them do it to me. It feels like you're in a roller coaster ride. You go up like this, back down. It's the most insane thing. But just think how I did that with a person. Now, like there's a lot of crystal-based technology, a lot about using frequencies, energy. Like I pulled from somebody's energy from the head. through my hands, through other people's hands, makes somebody feel light as nothing.
Have you ever seen the videos of those people putting like those? It's like clips, right? And they put it onto a mushroom. And
Okay, no, I've never seen that.
They hear the sound that the mushroom makes.
Really?
Oh, dude, I'm going to show you that after the show. It's insane. You know, just like, so the amount of knowledge that has been forgotten.
Oh, well, they
or
suppress
not
it.
passed down.
Look at. I'm sorry. I know people are huge with sports. Like my girl's a big Islanders fan. Like she loves that, and you know, I love to play sports. But,
So is the guy that was supposed to be
yeah,
on today.
Shamanuz, scout. Forget him. Yeah, you wanna relapse over women?
Whoo!
That's on you, pal. But yeah, like
Still
like,
love you,
listen,
though.
like you know, I'll watch it with my son. You know, he loves to watch sports. My girl, she loves the Islanders. She likes to watch that.
I like UFC.
I'm an MMA guy. Like I remember watching UFC 1 on illegal cable box in Queens, like boxing. I used to watch Tyson fights. Like I remember everybody in my apartment in Jackson Heights. My dad would have a bunch of guys over, and we'd have the legal cable box, get it for free.
Okay, quick on the Tyson fight.
Yes.
Real quick.
Oh, I want to talk about something.
Okay.
You just jolted my brain, but I'm
So
sorry.
I was gonna go into the Jake Paul fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Boom. Okay.
Right. So not even the fight with him, but also the fight after.
Joshua. That's what I want to talk
When
about.
you see him, he sticks his tongue out,
Yep,
and
yep.
it's like, slow down, stop.
You can see
Because you see that moment
you
that
can
Tyson
see-
could have got him.
You can see Logan Paul, like, he was all amped up and then getting like, oh, what is going on? He's not sticking to the script. Even Tyson said, I wish I could have knocked him out. Yeah, I mean, but he has a no knockout clause. That's what I always heard. And look what happened to Joshua right after.
Oh, bro, didn't he get arrested? His best friends died.
Yeah, it was his trainer, I think one of his best friends, I'm sure. And just, listen, like, look at, they are content creators.
So listen.
I'll give Logan Paul one thing, one props. I give the guy. The guy can wrestle. Like he's in WWE now.
Yeah, good for you.
He's in great shape too.
Bro, and you know, a lot of people say wrestling.
I would
is
love to
fake.
fight Jake
A
Paul.
lot of people say
That'd be a
wrestling
nice
is fake.
little,
You know,
yep.
it is a performance, but
Dude.
that mat is not padded.
Okay, listen.
bro.
I tried training back in the day. It is.
That's plywood. Bro.
That is.
little foam.
Listen, those guys, what they do is incredible. You got to be able now. They got to be able to promos, do that, then wrestle. The intensity that you want to listen. That was one thing, like podcasting. I want to make music. Shout out to my boy Holzman. We're talking about working out something with a band. But I wanted to always be a wrestler. And who knows? I mean, obviously, I'm 38. You know what I mean? My body's...
So speaking of wrestling, I want to do it. I think it's at 89 North, maybe next weekend, where they do midget wrestling. Would you want to watch that?
I'll go watch it. I want to watch... I would love to go to a real wrestling event.
Hornswoggle was my guy back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not a big midget wrestling guy. But I actually had a friend that was dwarf, cool kid, John Riley. Shout out to him. I don't know if I should have said the whole name, but whatever. He's a cool kid. I like him. He's a kid. He's adult. He's my age. Awesome. But I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, me, him, my boy Kyle.
You were talking about wrestling.
Yeah, we all used to wrestle together. Like we had our own federation, belts, everything. Like. It was just, I just love wrestling. Like, I got my son into it. He kind of fell out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I still watch it. I watch the YouTube clips. That's the best one. I can't sit there and watch a Raw. Even AEW. You ever seen AEW?
Dude, so I just saw the Dudleys versus the Hardy Boys.
Oh, they're in TNA.
For their last match, and the Hardys won, and the Dudleys gave them their
You know what
votes.
we should do? We should review, like, WrestleMania. Do, like, watch along or something.
Yeah.
You know what? I do. I love wrestling. I love wrestling podcasts. I shout out to, I'm trying to think of a good podcast. I know Stephen Richards' show is good with James Romero.
And then I think it's 6 Feet Deep, the Undertaker
Nah.
podcast.
He got rid of his co-host. He does it with his wife now. WWE bought the podcast. You know who had a dope podcast? Stone Cold Steve Austin had a great one.
Oh, yeah,
But,
like the Broken Skull.
There's another one, JDNY. He does a cool one. There's Post Wrestling. Those are not big, they're more low, but they're awesome, bro.
Yeah,
He's
but that's
awesome.
crazy that Undertaker got rid of his co-host because he kind of made it because it was nice to have
WWE, I think,
it was
bought
nice to have somebody that
it
wasn't
was
a
cool.
wrestler.
His co-host was awesome.
And he
Then
knew a lot.
He got his ex-wife. I mean, not his ex-wife. His current wife in there. It's just, listen. I seen reviews on it, and WWE bought it. So now he's got to follow their scripts.
Right.
Like you can't just tell stories from back in the day. Like, dude, there's so many. A lot of these guys have podcasts now. The podcast is like the thing. Look how many rappers got it. Look at Drink Champs.
100%.
Joe Budden used to be my thing back in the day.
Yo,
But
that
then
was
he
just
got
one of my
little-
favorite MCs ever, bro.
Dude, mood
I- matter of
music.
fact,
Those
so-
mixtapes are my.
So there was a store in Smithtown that was called the Cop Shop back in the day.
Okay.
Okay, and they always used to like anytime a Wu-Tang record dropped, let's say Ghostface dropped, he dropped More Fish, I think in 05, 06. I went there, he signed it, right? Joe Budden went there, and I had Joe Budden sign my 5th edition Basic Text.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, I think he's in recovery,
Oh, yeah,
right?
I mean,
Royce
I know
the 5'9",
I know he had
Eminem.
relapse. Yeah, that whole Slaughterhouse camp was in recovery at
Yes,
one
but
point.
so Joe Budden kept bumping heads with them. Like they just kept.
Yeah,
like,
but-
I never got that. It's like I love them. I love Budden. Like, but I
you
never
know-
got the whole beef with them.
Yo, a lot of people don't like it. Budden
I
came,
think I would serve him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but,
Budden's pretty
but what I'm
nasty.
saying is, if Budden came off that. If he wanted to put out another album, he could wash a lot of the
Dude,
rappers down.
Padded Room, underrated. Escape Route.
Underrated.
Oh my
Moon
God.
Music 1,
Moon
2,
Music
3,
1,
4.
2, 3, 4. Oh my! Dude, I was just playing Black Cloud.
I saw you. You put it in the video.
Yes,
You were-
yes,
you were-
yes. That Joe Budden's awesome. I would love to do a podcast with him. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Mouse.
Yes, Mouse. Yep. Jersey City.
Yeah,
Who the-
bro. He was one of the first. Matter of fact, he had a podcast before it was a podcast.
He had
was
one with
just
academics too.
But
what was that
before
called?
that, I'm talking about like
No, I know.
He was
had
blogging.
He had those two. Oh, yeah, he had that, but he had those two co-hosts. They actually have their own show now. I can't remember the name.
Oh yeah, but that was more like a Revolt TV thing, I think.
No, he had the academics one that was on like a.
Yeah, the one that the Migos was in.
Yes,
and
yes,
Then
then he
just
had
dropped
another
the
one
mic.
with the white kid and the other guy.
Oh, so 50 Cent is one of the biggest trolls ever. Did you see?
I love him.
Did you
I'm a
see-
big 50 Cent guy.
I love him.
G-Unit.
That's that guy.
Yes.
Right?
Like I'm a big
Shout out
Queens
to the,
boy.
and the
you know what I
Power
mean?
Universe is great shows. But did
Yes.
you see that he bought the building that Jim Jones, Mano, Davies, and Fab
Ballin'.
was having their podcast in?
Jim
bought it.
Jim Jones is
He bought the podcast. He bought the building and shut the electric off.
but, good. You know, listen, I used to like Jim Jones when he was with the Bird Gang with Stack Bundles, Mel Matrix, Max B.
Let's keep it real, bro. Max B would have never got locked up if it wasn't for Jim Jones.
He don't
Jim
take
Jones
care of
did
it. Look,
Jim
Stack
Jones did him
Bundles was
dirty.
still in the hood.
Stack
he got
was that
killed
dude, bro.
in Far Rock.
Stax was that
That
dude.
song, you
Pete,
dig?
Pete My Game was
Mr.
that.
1975. That's where I got Mr. 1987 from. Like,
Yo, Max B was that dude, bro.
Listen.
That whole era, that mixtape.
oh,
era,
bro, just
bro.
that beef with the Dipset, though, the G-Unit with, and then you had the game. He had a couple things, but he's just a cornball. He's just a name dropper.
He was, but I'll tell you one thing. He's one of the dudes. Like, if you didn't know he's from Cali, you would have thought he was from New York.
Yeah,
bro.
he had a swag to him.
He
I
had a
just heard he's
Yonkers.
doing a lot
He
of
had a
stuff.
Like Jadakiss said it. He's the only California dude with a Yonkers flow.
Yes. Like, but like, yo, that whole G-Unit mixtape, bro, that used to drop. I used to just be like, yo, shout out to Yayo and Uncle Murder got a podcast. They're awesome.
Yo,
Open-
shout out to Tony Yayo too. Just opened up the unit, a dispensary
Oh, did he?
on Jericho Turnpike.
Check that out. Yeah, check that
Facts.
out. Yo,
Facts.
Uncle Murder, I met him once in Manhattan. Like, he's a cool, I don't know. I like those, I just like that whole G-Unit flow. I was a big Dipset guy. Joel's, Cameron,
Joel's
and
was
Mace
cool.
got a sick
Well,
podcast.
Cameron was part of Children of the Corn before
Yes,
that with
but-
Bloodshed and Mace.
But I heard Jim Jones from the Bronx. Like, Cameron was talking about, he's like, yo, he was never from Harlem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Max B was from Harlem.
Yes.
Mace is from Harlem.
Yep.
Mace is a dope. I like Mace.
When Mace was went fifth, and they were doing that, and then, you know.
You know what my shit was? State Property.
State
bro.
Prop Chain Gang. Yep.
Bro,
That was just on my car before I
Beanie
came to pick you up.
Siegel was that dude, bro.
I love when he went out. What was that song? The diss track when he went out, Jay finally. I'm throwing the rock down.
I'm not
remember?
I'm not your average cat.
It's
Was it
something
that
he was
one?
like talking about. He's like, I threw the rock down. I forget how it goes. I'm butchering it. While we're recording, but next week I'll have it. But dude, I just love that whole beef era. Remember the Smack DVDs and all that.
Smack.
Yep. Oh
Yo,
my God.
Murder Mook.
Yo, let me ask you, what's your opinion on 6ix9ine Tekashi?
Listen, bro.
Yo, listen, his podcast with Vlad.
I like his
Say
podcast.
Cheese, bro. Those.
Listen.
The kid
he makes
got-
content. He knows how to maneuver. He knows how to make money.
Facts.
Right.
With the glasses. Yo, can
Yeah.
I put my glasses back on?
Now, listen. You know what I mean? On one hand, did you rat? Yeah, you ratted. Right.
Did your homeboys throw you under the bus? Yo,
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. Super violate him.
Right.
Mr. Jim Jones, he wasn't an indictment at all. How did the guy talking about super violate him? Mel Murder
Listen,
and all them got set up.
That's why, I mean, I think everybody knows this now, bro. I mean, listen, he's still around. 6ix9ine is still around.
Yeah, man. I mean,
You know what I mean?
Is he still in the feds? I remember he got
I
violated.
think he's still in the feds,
I
but
seen that.
he's still got content coming out.
Bro,
left and right.
listen, I mean,
like, listen, yo,
What was that song?
Did you rat?
Billy, that song, Billy.
Like, did you rat? Yeah, but did you people,
Yes.
screw your girl,
Listen.
throw you under the bus? Yes. So you
The
did
whole-
what you had to
look
do.
at everybody. Like, I mean, look at what's going on. Like, look at just the rap landscape. Look at Little Durk. He's facing. I mean, he's cooked. I mean, I hope not. But listen, that hit. I used to live in Cali and L.A. County, Marina Del Rey, and I know that I used to work in NBC. Like I know that where they did that shooting at the gas station. They did that in like the worst place possible with loaded machine guns.
I wish Nipsey never died, bro. Nipsey was dope too. Let me ask you this: who's your top 5 rappers?
All right, this is gonna be a hard one. Damn, I gotta throw M in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just because Slim Shady LP, I got Vicodins, ring, ring, ring. Like, that's what, I mean, better or worse. But, Eminem had a great, he still gets me all the time. Damn. All right, I want to say, who do I always bump in my car? I got to think. Hold on. That's so hard. I mean, Joe Buttons, obviously. I love, is anybody to get a fifth, that whole G-Unit camp that back then, I know I'm hitting like the mainstream. I'm, just so much. Stack bundles.
I'm like an underdog head, like a underground head. Mine would probably be AG from the Digging in the Crates crew, bro. One of my favorite MCs. From Long Island, Rakim. Rakim was prolific because out of all his songs, he never cursed in a song and said some of the most wildest stuff. Another artist from Long Island, Ari the Rugged Man. I'll play some of his stuff later.
Okay.
Joe Budden is probably in there, and I don't know, maybe Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Now I'm blanking out. I'm like,
it's hard.
It's hard. I mean
because
Cameron's up
there's
there.
There's a lot of. I want to put Eric Sermon in there. I want to put.
Yeah, I mean Redman.
Redman. You know what I mean? Like
it's just you gotta go by the era. There's too many.
Wu-Tang.
Too many.
Yeah,
I hit like the top.
You would have to do by era.
Yes, because yes, I'm just going I'm just going what I was just listening to in the car. I mean, on the way out here, and then just popping those. I'm a big rock guy too. Like, I'm an old school. Like, I like the Taking Back Sunday, the brand new Finch.
I like R&B.
Bring Me Horizon.
Too. Like 90s R&B is my jam, bro.
I can't stand R&B. I can't stand country. Sorry.
I
know,
can do some country.
I mean, there's some stuff when I was in Florida I kind of heard. I was like, oh, that's actually not that bad. I don't know. Like Hollywood Undead, that's like one of my favorite bands. Like.
So, all right. So, how about Wrestlers?
Oh, okay. Bret Hart. Love
Okay.
Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels. I'm trying to think old school. I mean, Undertaker, yes, to a certain extent. Mick Foley, awesome. Kurt Angle, forgot about it. Just the way, just him with anybody. Him with Brock Lesnar was awesome. Him with Shawn Michaels.
Remember when he was getting high?
Eddie Guerrero, another one.
They called him Perk Angle.
Kurt Angle, yes. Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero was amazing.
Like,
bro.
You know what? You know who really Dominic Mysterio. I swear he looks like a little mini version.
He does.
He got jacked up. He's got the same with the mullet, with the little mustache. Like current wrestlers, like Cody Rhodes does his thing. I mean, I like a lot of AEW. I like Kenny Omega. I know John Moxley. My God, Will Ospreay.
And then both of them are in it. Christian and Edge are in it, right? Christian Cage and Edge's name is Adam something in there.
Adam
like
Copeland,
his real name.
Yeah, I mean, AEW and W. I mean, I check.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. He is
the Wolves of Jericho.
Yes, he has the Judas. He's got some good songs. That's pretty dope. But like wrestling wise, I don't know. It's just so many. I mean, like then you got your classics like Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, Sting. I mean, Sting was kind of. I mean, he was actually in AEW. Darby Allin. You ever seen that kid? That kid.
Sting when he plays Joker Sting is one of
that was in TNA. That was cool. Yeah.
Funniest promos you'll ever see.
Yes.
Is him as Joker Sting.
It's just you know what I like. I listen. For better or for worse, like Randy Orton. I love Randy Orton.
Okay.
With the RKO. Yeah, I mean, oh god, he's actually I think going to be doing something with Cody Rhodes WrestleMania. I was watching
I think
before
he's going
got
to
it.
win at WrestleMania, and then he's going to be a 15-time.
Well, I
world
think he
champion.
just turned heel, so I don't know if because they're not big with the. I mean, you know what was pretty dope? That they had.
This is why I say that, because
What?
he doesn't have a lot of years left in him. In the
Dude,
business.
homeboy got huge, bro.
I know,
He's definitely
so
on some growth or something.
I
bro.
think he's gonna win because Cody Rhodes has a few more years. I mean,
Oh,
think
yeah.
about his brother Goldust, bro.
Oh, yo, he's still doing his thing in AEW, man. Oof.
Goldust was one of those spooky type. Like, do you remember the promo when
He
he's
got-
in bed? When he was in
Yes,
bed,
he had Marlena
yeah,
with
and
him.
he had
Yeah.
the long hair.
Oh my god,
Yo,
he pushed that whole
yo,
sexuality
yo,
thing. I remember as a
oh,
kid being like,
100%.
I remember watching my mom being like,
And he'd
"What
be
the hell?"
stuttering.
Yeah.
How
Oh no, you're talking about later in the timeline.
Yo,
Yes.
how-
He was real funny too.
about The Godfather? When he would come out with all his with his
Yeah,
hose, the hoe
yep,
train.
Yep. I'm trying to. Man, it's so much. Wrestling's another huge. You got to go by the era. Yeah, I mean, like the new stuff is cool. Like Drew McIntyre, he's there's Cody.
There's that
Rhodes.
new dude. I think his name's Dan Housen.
Yeah, he was in AEW. He's more of
So
like a comedy
he's
character.
in WWE now.
Yeah,
and he's got his face
Yeah,
painted.
he's just more of a comedy. He does
There's
this
a lot of
stupid
comedy.
voice.
I mean, R-Truth was one of those guys that was funny all the time.
They kind of made him serious. He
I
wrestled
know.
John Cena, but like, dude, it's like I can't stand the comedy.
I remember, yeah, but it was funny. It was a Royal Rumble, right? And you see R-Truth come out, and he takes a ladder from underneath the ring.
Oh, yeah, he does a
and
ladder
puts it
match.
up. Like, he's good for comedic relief, bro.
Yeah,
And
I-
he tries like
You know
he
what
tries
was
to
awesome?
break characters,
You know
which
what was
is great.
awesome? I remember watching the TLC matches with the Hardy Boys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Watching that, I remember Mick Foley getting thrown off that cage. You want to talk
The
about?
Hell in a Cell match.
I remember being like, I remember like, I remember vividly.
And then into the tax.
I'm gonna bring up
because,
something a little more dark.
ECW was the
ECW, no, but I remember watching. I remember doing a book report. Right in my living room at my, this is after we moved to Long Island. Moved to
Okay.
East North Point. I remember watching. It was, oh man, I can't remember the pay per view. It was a WWE pay per view. Owen Hart
when
was
he
the
when he
blue
passed
blazer,
away.
bro. And I remember watching the screen. All of a sudden, the camera cut, and you see everybody in the crowd.
Bro,
That was like I couldn't.
and what's crazy is they went. I think Undertaker went out and they had to finish that show, bro.
It was Jeff. I think I don't know if Jeff Jarrett came in after. Nobody even knew he was gone at that point. Obviously, Vince McMahon. Something just happened with him recently.
Well, I think he's coming back. I think
no.
coming
He
back.
just something bad just happened
Again.
Yeah, someone in a car crash or something. No,
Okay, I saw that, but the charges were dropped. That he was fighting for a while, so I.
Ever seen those texts? I want to look it up and see what the Vince McMahon thing was recently.
Oh, yo, there's a website you could go to, right? And it's called like
Vince.
I think Ymail or jmail.world. Yeah, that's what it is. Jmail.world,
Okay.
right? And it's Jeffrey's email, all his emails,
Car explosion.
All-
no, that's
all of his emails.
really.
And you could go through it and you could filter it out by the person he was talking to. A lot of it's redacted. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But it's crazy the amount of stuff that
Police video showed former WWE CEO Vince McMahon 100-mile-per-hour car crash.
And when was this?
This was his Bentley Continental GT, more than 100 miles an hour on Merritt Parkway when he crashed in the town of. Well, now it's cut me off. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Connecticut because he lives. Oh, never mind. It's coming. All right, let's see. All right. Okay. And in Connecticut Highway last summer, he was being followed by a state trooper. So I guess.
So I remember that. That was over the summer now.
Oh, so that was a while ago. I don't know why it's just
So
coming out now.
recently,
I guess the footage just
so
dropped, that's why.
recently, I saw that there is a possibility of him trying to buy back some of his shares.
I saw that with Saudi
come-
Arabia.
to come back
Listen,
and run it.
TKO, the only thing that, like UFC, I was such a big UFC guy. Like, I used to train MMA, like, yeah, I never, you know what I mean? It was more underground back then. Now everybody's an MMA fighter now. Everybody wants to fight. It's just, whatever. That's a whole nother
Dude,
thing.
speaking of MMA, did you see this BS UFC card for the White House?
No, okay, so please update me, because I've been so out of the loop with UFC.
Google it.
What am I calling? You want to Google? My phone's about to die. That's why.
UFC.
Dude, dude, the only problem with UFC now is just too many cards. Like, I remember, like, the St. Pierre days, Matt Hughes, B.J. Penn, Frankie Edgar, you know, the Ultimate Fighter show used to be awesome. Like, there's so much. Oh, man, we got to do, like, remember Joe Rogan used to do, like, the live streams? Fight nights? Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, bro. So this
John Jones, he pulled out. Something happened with him again. There's always something with John Jones.
He's not in it.
Tom Aspinall, I want to see him and John Jones fight so bad. That's never
Look,
gonna
that's
happen.
the card right there.
Let me say it.
Nothing new. I thought Conor McGregor would have been on it.
Nah, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gain. That's an awesome fight. I thought he was gonna John Jones and Cyril would fight, or him and Pereira. Him and Pereira would be awesome. Sean O'Malley. Okay, that's a pretty dope card. Gaethje's I love
But
Gaethje,
also,
bro.
like,
I love
Dana White doesn't really own UFC no more.
No.
TKO
TKO owns WWE and UFC. That's insane.
Bro, that's
That
crazy.
guy R. Emmanuel, he was the guy in Entourage. That's who. What's his face? Jeremy Piven, whatever his name was, played. Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy that to own those two. I mean, and it's taken WWE to a whole other thing. But what I don't like is if you're a WWE fan now, you gotta have Netflix to watch Raw. You gotta have another streaming
It's
service.
Peacock.
To watch something else.
Yeah, like I think they're still on USA. SmackDown is. It's like it's spread out everywhere.
Yo, and also, I mean, you talk about one of the best wrestlers ever. I mean, you gotta throw The Rock in there because there'd be no SmackDown without The Rock.
Yo, did you see what he looks like now?
Oh, he's a monster.
No.
When he lost weight, he lost weight. Well, he gained weight to play that UFC guy.
No, he lost weight for that.
Did he?
No, he was. That guy was. Oh my God, what was his name? It was called The Machine. I just watched it before I went to. Oh my God, what's his name? He was best friend. He was good friends with Mark Coleman.
I know the movie.
Oh my God, I can't. Why am I blanking on his name?
I know the movie you're talking about.
What's his name? His name. Yeah, it was. He did a good job.
Oh, he did lose weight. Holy crap.
Yeah, but what was it? Let me look. Mark Kerr.
Mark Kerr. Yeah.
Was that his name?
Yes.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah, he did lose weight, man.
Dude, him and Batista lost a lot of weight.
Okay, so it's for a role.
I heard rumors of something to do with his heart.
70-year-old man in the upcoming movie Lizard Music, requiring a major transformation to portray the eccentric Chicken Man character.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I smell a little.
I mean,
I heard something with his heart too, bro. You want to talk about? Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, with him, I don't know. He did a lot of kind of slick stuff with WWE lately, and then like his movies are not like I feel like his ego got a little too big for his bridges.
Well, I mean, he also had that TV show that he played that football. It was actually a good show. I think it was called Ballers.
Yeah,
that was a good show.
I mean, like Black Adam.
But I like it, but I don't like it, right? I like it because it had Dr. Fate in it, right? And
that was cool.
And James Bronson, James Pearson.
Yes.
Pearson, that was that, and I heard they might bring him back to play James Bond again for one last movie, which would be
really.
Nice. Which would
That's
be
not
nice.
No, his name is something Pearson.
James Pearson.
No, it's not James.
Let me look. But what do you call it? Black Adam is a wonderful character in DC. He would have beat Superman.
Yeah, of course.
He's one of the
Did you see the new Superman movie?
Yes.
Oh, you know what movie I didn't even watch it, but I watched the reviews on it. Scream 7.
Pierce Bronson.
There we go. I know. I was like, James, who's James? But like I don't know. We gotta do movie reviews. That'd be dope.
100%.
Like I know Scream, like these. I'm a big horror movie guy. Horror movie. You know, I'm not a big comedy guy. I mean, I like the old school comedies, but not this new stuff. It's just too censored, too PC.
Well, also, I think once we get to a certain point, I mean, we do have Bianca. She's definitely gonna do it.
We're doing the paranormal, right?
We're gonna do the paranormal
That's gonna be
stuff.
cool, man.
That is gonna be May 16th.
Okay.
Right? So we got my boy Mouth, which is a Central Islip MC. He's going to be here April 11th.
Yep.
We got Wesley next week.
Wesley, bro, you want to talk about a good dude with some great stories?
I think
great
Fred
friend of ours.
said he could possibly do the 28th. He'll know exactly by next week. He'll let me know. If not, we'll find somebody else. We got to find somebody for the 4th. And then we're going to start booking. But I think once we get to a point where people start, first of all, everybody, if you do watch this, please subscribe, share,
that's what
notify.
We want it. Listen,
you know what I mean? Engage with us.
Yes, you have to support. I mean, like, that's what gets the algorithm
Yeah,
going.
we're not asking for $1, bro.
Man.
Just
listen,
engage
and
with
then
us.
down the road, we got merch coming. We already have merch, actually.
Yeah.
And, like, eventually we want to get to Patreon so we could really cut, because there's a lot of stuff we can't really talk about on YouTube.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a Patreon going.
Because like we are especially me. I'm
Unhinged.
I'm very unhinged. I'm
unhinged.
Unhinged, man. There's a lot of topics I really want to get into that I can't really. I mean, listen, we're
right. I mean, I think we're also gonna do like a either like Rumble where we'll go live on Rumble.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What I mean? And we could watch, like, get reactions too.
Yes,
right?
like, you know what was cool? I just seen last night. Matthew Cox and the guy who does the show Connections. They did it's called Murder Men. They were just doing what's it called? The Menendez brothers. That trial.
The Menendez brothers. Oh, you sent me that.
I sent you that last night. Like, that was a cool form. Like, I want to branch it out eventually. You know what I mean? And, work on some true crime stuff too.
I was trying to get the mayor Patchong on, right?
Yeah.
He saw the message. He didn't even reply.
Nah.
He's been he's been the mayor for 20 years in this town. But whatever, that's his stuff, you know what I mean? But we do got a couple cool guests coming on next week. You guys are gonna love it. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Have a St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, by the time this drops, I think
St. Patrick's Day passed.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to all you Irish.
We're going to be having a backdrop coming.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of things going, and we're going to keep the momentum regardless. We are getting engaged. We're getting views. We got 11,000 views.
You know what's crazy? The shorts are doing good. The full episode, please check out. Like, the shorts are to kind of get you guys on, like,
engaged.
Engaged, and like show you. But like the full podcast, you get the real meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah. I mean, anything else you want to say before we close out?
No, man, I'm good to go. I'm starving.
Okay.
Got to feed these muscles, brother.
Need some protein. So that's all she wrote. Everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next week.
Peace.